Hello everyone, I am Prabhu, AWS Certified Solutions Architect and AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner and the President of the Cloud World Club. And today we are going to see about the service AWS Lambda. Let's see the introduction first. Why AWS? Why serverless? Why Lambda? The world is moving rapidly towards serverless computing because business don't want the burden of managing heavy servers anymore. That's where AWS Lambda stands out, and especially AWS Lambda allows me or as a developer to focus completely building solutions instead of worrying about the infrastructure. AWS take care of everything, and the beauty of the AWS Lambda service is we pay only for what we use, which makes innovation so much simpler. Next, we have to see the definition of the Lambda. For me, AWS Lambda is one of the most fascinating services. It's a serverless. First, it's a serverless. I don't have to touch a server. Second, it scales automatically from handling one request to million requests effortlessly. And it's a pay-per-use model, which means no wastage of resources, no idle cost, and it integrates with more than 200 plus AWS services, and giving me the flexibility to connect and build powerful real-world applications. That's the kind of service that excites me as a builder. Next, we have to see the sample shopping cart microservices. And imagine you are building an e-commerce platform. When a user adds an item to the cart, that action is an event. This event can instantly trigger a Lambda function. The Lambda function might do things like update the cart details in DynamoDB database and to calculate the total price and maybe even apply discount coupons. If the user proceeds to check out, another Lambda function can handle payment processing, send order confirmation through Amazon SES, and even update the inventory in the real time. All of this happens without ever worrying about servers or scaling issues, whether it's a 10 customers shopping or 10,000 customers shopping at the same time. Lambda scales automatically to handle the load. This is the beauty of serverless microservices. I only focus on writing small and modular piece of code, and AWS take care of everything else like security, scaling, and everything like the optimization. That's why when I think about building modern applications, Lambda powered microservices like these are the things inspire me to imagine bigger possibilities. And next, we have to see how AWS Lambda works. Let me explain with one example. This is what makes me appreciate Lambda the most. Let's think of the flow as an event, code, execute, and scale. An event like uploading a file to S3 bucket or a user calling an API instantly triggers a Lambda function. My code runs right away with no delays, and a Lambda automatically scales depending on demand. Whether it's one request or 1,000 requests per second, at the end the result is delivered and I am only charged for the actual execution time. That efficiency is exactly what motivates me to experiment and build on AWS. Next, we have to see the real world use cases. One of the things I admire about Lambda is how it is transforming, how it is transforming the industries. Let's take example Netflix. In Netflix, they use the Lambda to process the billions of logs and then deliver the real-time video recommendations. And we have taken example as a Airbnb. Airbnb optimizes images and booking confirmations with it. And let's take example Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola uses Lambda function during peak campaigns to handle massive demand without failure. And even Amazon Alexa itself is powered by Lambda for smart assistant skills. When I see this, I feel inspired because as a learner and builder, I know the same technology is in my hands too. It makes me believe that with AWS Lambda, I can also create solutions that scale globally. And for me, AWS Lambda is not just a service, it's a mindset shift. It represents innovation, scalability, and simplicity. As a cloud enthusiast and a AWS cloud builder, I believe in creating solutions that are efficient, reliable, and impactful. That's why I am excited to be a part of the AWS Community Builders program to learn, to contribute, and to share knowledge with the community. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to building, innovating, and growing together with the AWS ecosystem.